Hello everyone, my name is Meenakshi Motkil and today I'm gonna present the poster presentation. We have taken the facility the Fajr House Long-Term Care Home and it is submitted by Group 7. These are the name of the group members. Gurinder Kaur, Veerpal Kaur, Meenakshi Motkil, myself, Mandeep Kaur and Sandeep Kaur. The purposes of the presentation. So the main purposes of the presentation are to determine the various recommendations used in PFCC, to explore the use of recommendations in healthcare setting, formulate the policy, to prepare an evaluation tool as well as a brochure. The brief description of PFCC, person and family centered care. So the patient experience is one of the central components of health care quality, and positive associations have been identified between both patient experience, patient safety and clinical effectiveness. So PFCC is thought to be a sort of involving both person as well as family in the process of delivering the care to the patient in order to maintain the health. Next are the recommendations. So basically there are three types of recommendations: the practice recommendation, education recommendation, system and organization, and policy recommendation. Firstly, gonna discuss about the practice recommendation, that includes the assessment part. So the first recommendation in assessment is we have to establish a therapeutic relationship. So in long-term care, we can have in active listening, we can able to patient to speak and ventilate their feelings. Second is we have to maintain a strong relationship with the patient by giving them respect. We have to listen into the understanding level of the patient, that what he thinks about the health itself, and we can document the information in their own words. Next thing is the planning section. So in planning, we have to develop a care plan for the patient. We have to engage the patient in making decisions by collaborating the patient as well as the family members, by sharing information regarding their health condition, and by respecting the beliefs of the patient. In long-term care, the planning process includes the daily care timings, staff to be involved, the consent, and the procedures that are involved in providing care. Next thing is the implementation. So in implementation part, we have to personalize the delivery of the care by following various perspectives, which are elements of care, the roles and responsibilities of healthcare team member, communication strategies, partnering with the patients in order for the self-care management, so that they can be able to fulfill their own basic life needs. So in order to maintain the implementation recommendation, the healthcare team should consider the residents and provide various interventions such as meal timings, the places to sit, and the recreational activities, which help in maintaining the overall health of the patient. The next thing is the evaluation part. So in evaluation, we have to obtain the feedback, as we have discussed that we have evaluation tool for PFCC. We have already made it. So we have to do it on a weekly as well as the monthly basis, so that we can able to get to know the various pros and cons of PFCC and how we can improve it. Next thing is education. So in education part, we have to educate the healthcare providers by empowerment, communication, sharing decision making, and we have to incorporate the guidelines into the curricula of nurses so that they can be able to learn about this PFCC. So the education related to the PFCC in long-term care facilities, it must be included in the orientation plan, the facility policy manuals, as well as online on the website. Next is system, organizational, and policy recommendation. So we have to create an organizational culture that exemplifies its commitment to person and family centered care by demonstrating leadership and commitment to this approach, involving the person in co-designing health programs and creating the healing environment. Next thing we're gonna discuss is regarding the continuation of the organizational policy recommendation. We have to design an environment that improves the patient's experience of health. We have to create the healing environment, being flexible, and improve the access to the care and services, and enhance the continuity by providing continuity of caregiving. We also have to collect the continuous feedback from the person, as we have already discussed in the evaluation part. And the government agencies and regulatory bodies must be used to monitor, measure, and utilize the information regarding the PFCC success. So in long-term care, we can implement the long-term care setting by building the infrastructure. We can do various meeting rooms for residents and families, the waiting areas. We have to maintain the privacy and availability of basic resources are given, better sources of communication are used. So all this encourage the PFCC culture in a long-term care facility. Next are the educational policies for the team members, as we have taken the department of Fajr Home Long-Term Care Home, and implementation is done on August 12 to 2020. So the PFCC, patient and family centered care, according to this long-term care home, is a method of planning, delivery and evaluation of healthcare that is based on mutually beneficial partnerships among healthcare providers, patients and family. It is both organizational as well as the personal. Next is long-term care center. It is a facility that provides rehabilitative, restorative and ongoing skilled nursing care to patients or residents in need of assistance with activities of daily living. It includes the purposes, the scope, prerequisites, responsibilities, as well as the procedure. The purposes section include to outline the education of staff and other healthcare team members to promote PFCC in facility for better implementation of recommendations. The scope is this educational policy applies to all the sub-departments of long-term care center, and the prerequisites include the long-term home care PFCC policy, facilities mission and vision list, staff agreement to uphold the policy, and consent to learn about PFCC for voluntary participation as well as promotion of PFCC. Next are the responsibilities. It includes the committee members, human resource representatives, decision makers, as well as the staff unit. Next is the procedure. So in procedure section includes the team in discussion, organized and meetings. Discussion about PFCC importance, including the families and person in care. And we have to educate, talk about the recommendations, educate lecture method, webinar or showing videos. We have to access the impact of education in group and ask to do self-reflection. And we have to listen to their queries about the policy, talk to the staff about what is working and what is not and why it is not working. Next is the references slide. Thank you so much.